here we see a very interesting change from Rebirth, and that is the fact I decided to change its hub rule entirely. And this is the original hub rule, and it's supposed to be an amalgam. It's supposed to be space and time. The only key difference is between the new hub rule and this hub rule is that the new one is a lot more easier to traverse to, while this one is a lot more difficult. And yeah, I actually even gave you the option to swim, but it didn't actually help maneuverability all too well. If anything, they were just adding a band-aid to a wound. It just wasn't working because, well, let me show you. So you spawn in over here, and let's say you want to go to the first level. Well, you do that, and it's already you have to do a lot more to even get to the first level than the actual hub world. Now, granted, now that was a bit of exaggeration. You don't fully need to do all those tricks, but even then, it's still pretty clunky to do that. Not only that, but unlike the new hub world, when you spawn out of a level, you do not return to this checkpoint. Instead, you return right over here. Now, granted, luckily the levels don't boot you out by force, but let's say that you accidentally just exit out and you just want to go back in. You would have to do that journey again. Now, granted, it is 100% possible to it is 100% possible to just switch out. I mean, it is 100% possible just to, well, make this a entrance point, and that is entirely true. A key difference, the only problem is, well, let's say that you kind of needed to switch your character, because, you know, there are indeed collectibles around here to be collected, and some characters have an easier time than others. Well, let's say you wanted to do that, you would have to travel all the way back here, and that just got so clunky. And the problem would have been exacerbated even worse because this level is very large. By it's a very large hub, and as you can see, but most namely, there's not a lot of fun stuff to do around. It's kind of just wasted space. And in terms of its visuals, it isn't really that magnificent. It's kind of boring actually. And all it is just previews of levels like the Lost Woods, Craftsman Silly, Ancient Birdcage, and eventually I was like, that is really boring. I want to do something more interesting to separate it from the other space levels we'll be seeing. Not only that, but there was just too much wasted space, man, dude. And to get around places is just so clunky too. Hell, this is how you get to these places, which I'm not gonna show them all. It's just so clunky by the end, and it just became unpleasant. Not only that, but some of the unlockables we're going to be seeing over here, making making the entire left side of the hub world kind of useless. Come on to the right side, as you also have this. So it just became such a clunky mess by the end that I decided, you wanna know what? I can either spend too much time trying to fix it, or I could just downright scrap it and begin anew. And even though it was like lots of hard work on it, I ultimately decided for the best player experience, it was worth it to scrap all of it. And yeah, I thought that would be a nice bit of insight as to some of the development of Rebirth to this level. Honestly, again, in some ways, I do feel bad that it's taken so long to been developed. But in many ways, I also am happy that it's given the time it deserves. Because part of me aches to think what would have happened if Rebirth made its original due date. Yeah, what we would have seen is Rebirth 1.5, a Rebirth that somewhat improves on the mistakes of Rebirth 1, but doesn't fully grasp the mistakes. And ultimately, I wanted to I wanted this level to be nothing less than perfect or nothing less than great. It has to be great because because it's Rebirth 2 and it has to be great for myself. And ultimately, if it meant having to scrap some stuff that I put effort into, so be it. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this small little tidbit. So, see ya.